Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening. You're watching Oman News. First, the headlines. The first Oman Real Estate Forum discusses slowness to grant lands to the beneficiaries and increasing prices of real estate in the Sultanate. The Civil Service Council views procedures and aspects of occupying some technical posts. The Ministry of Information announces media initiative to support the youth on the sidelines of Media Creativity Forum. And Al Noor Association for the Blind honors its members from the governorates of Dhahira and North Batna. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Georgy Margvelashvili of Georgia on his country's National Day. His Majesty the Sultan has received a cable of thanks from Her Excellency President Park Geun-hye of the Republic of Korea in reply to His Majesty's cable of condolences on the victims of the sinking ferry Seoul. Oman Real Estate Conference started at the Albistan Palace today. The conference aimed to gather local and international industry leaders and experts in the real estate sector to address issues and challenges facing the sector. During the conference, a number of real estate people stressed that due to the delay by the Ministry of Housing to grant land plots for a long time and allowing entry of non-official brokers in speculation process in buying and selling led to an increase in real estate prices. His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed presided over the conference, who said that the conference is the first of its kind in the Sultanate and aims to regulate the Omani real estate market and attract foreign and local investments, stressing the importance of the real estate market because of its impact on various economic and trade sectors. Organizing the occupying of technical positions and conditions for its occupation were reviewed by the Civil Service Council in today's meeting, which was presided over by His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal bin Saud Al Busaidi, Minister of Diwan of Royal Court and Chairman of the Civil Service Council. The meeting acquainted with a report by the Ministry of Civil Service regarding organization procedures and aspects to occupy some technical posts and their organization. It also discussed matters forwarded by various government bodies related to requests for appointments and work contracts for some technical positions and organizing of occupational situations for some categories and applications that related to organizing granting of vacation leave for some organizations sectioning at these units. Under the auspices of His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al Ma'wali, Chairman of Ashura Council, numerous topics including economic ones were discussed in the Council's 20th regular session. More details in the following report by Saif bin Khalfan Al-Kindi.
Discussing the proposed draft law to prevent monopoly and protect competition was the main theme of today's debate in the 20th session of the Shura Council. The draft law, which has been shifted from the Ministers' Council, adds more transparency to the trade and commercial local needs. Meanwhile, during the session, the Shura members also discussed the proposed draft law that's related to the wide need of circulation of information within the public establishments. The proposal was raised by the Media and Culture Committee in the Majlis. Furthermore, during the same session, one of the members raised a proposal suggesting the establishment of cultural salons. The suggestion aims at providing cultural services and more facilities in the governance. The annual budget of 2014 has been also discussed based on some comments came out by the Economy and Financial Committee in the Majlis. While several issues have been discussed today in Shura Council, mainly are cultural aspects and economical issues. Tomorrow there will be a joint meeting between the State Council and the Shura Council to discuss the Consumer Protection Law. Saif Al-Kindi for English News, Muscat.
Media Creativity Forum started at Sultan Qaboos University today under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Nasser Al-Kharasi, Chairman of the Public Authority of Radio and Television. It witnessed the announcement of media initiative for the Ministry of Information to support the youth. During the forum, service study results revealed that the Sultanate of Oman Television topped media means most attracted to the audience. His Excellency Dr. Abdul Munim bin Mansour Lahsani, Minister of Information, in his speech went back to the media forum, which started initially by the Open Day in 2000. He said that the Ministry of Information announced the support for one of the graduation projects in the media department from the University of the Year, in addition to marketing for all graduation projects of the department. It tackles access of our media in the eyes of the youth, discrete in e-media, sports media between politics and economy. The service study on more than 1,500 Omani youth conducted in media means highlighted that television topped the first place to attract them, while social communication on means are faster to keep up with events compared to other means. The two-day forum, in which students of universities, colleges in the Sultanate and the Gulf Cooperation Council countries took part, aims to introducing projects of students in the fields of press, radio, television and public relations. Still to come in our news bulletin. More than 50 model planes performed acrobatic shows in the 3rd Oman Drone Aviation Championship. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The workshop of those authorized in judiciary control for employees of the Ministry of Environment and Climate Affairs discussed the field problem which judiciary control officers faced. The workshop also focused to provide the participants with the concept of judicial officers in addition to be strict with the environment violators. His Excellency Najib bin Ali Al-Rawas, Under Secretary of the Ministry of the Climate Affairs, announced that the ministry awarded tender to establish early warning station to radiation monitoring in various governorates of the Sultanate. He added that the ministry is about to form inspection and monitoring teams in the areas which witnessed wrong activities against the environment. The first hydroponic project in the Sultanate was launched at Al-Falaj area in the Wilaya of Barka. The project, which was made on an area of 33 acres, depends on agriculture without soil, a matter that conserves water quantities used by 40% compared to conventional agriculture. The project is hoped to contribute in achieving food security through an estimated production of 3,000 tons annually of vegetables. The project has an advantage of production throughout the year, which will contribute in fulfilling requirements of a local market, especially in summer season, during which vegetable produce were at lowest levels due to high temperatures. His Excellency Sheikh Saif bin Mohammed al-Shabibi, Minister of Housing, met with Directors General and Directors of the Ministry, where they discussed the efforts exerted to develop housing activity and handle obstacles and problems. They also discussed the process of planning land plots, basics to divide and transfer land plots utilization. They also tackled the mechanism to accelerate compensation related to Batna Coastal Road project. They stressed the necessity to activate e-service in housing facilities. Oman Hereditary Blood Disorder Association held a ceremony to celebrate World Thalassemia Day. It aimed to provide those infected by this disease with information and ways of preventing it through some healthy practices. It also discussed what the modern medical field achieved regarding such diseases. A number of patients who maintained to reduce the amount of iron in their bodies and took medicines and food that help in reducing symptoms of the disease were honored. Good relations between the Sultanate and Britain were reviewed by Lieutenant General Ahmed bin Khalid al-Nabhani, Chief of Staff of the Sultan Armed Forces, with James Wotton, Member of the British Parliament, who is currently on a visit to the Sultanate. During the meeting, they exchanged points of view on a number of issues and discussed matters of mutual concern. Al-Noor Association for the Blind celebrated the winning of its members from the governorates of Zahira and North Batna. They won the second place in the championship of Gulf Cup for football, a cultural and training program accompanied by the ceremony aiming to upgrade contributions of the association and to enhance the role with training courses and clubs and other social programs in order to eliminate the isolation between them and the society. They also honored for this achievement. Activities of the Orientation Conference of Lung, Breathing and Asthma Problems commenced to review the latest findings and developments. The conference is organized by Al-Brahmi Referral Hospital. Lectures at the conference discussed the percentage of this disease, comparing it to last year, and how to aware patients and guide them to the best ways in handling breathing problems, its causes and the risks to children, as well as the appropriate prevention and treatment methods. They also announced the scientific development in preventing asthma and the new types of medicine used to treat the disease and the latest means to handle respiratory fits. The third Oman Drone Aviation Championship was organized by a Zahira hobby team in Ibri Club. It was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Saeed Al-Qalbani, Minister of Social Development. It witnessed a huge participation from inside and outside the Sultanate. More than 50 model planes performed acrobatic shows and other activities. The participants expressed on the success of such events and hoped for more in the future. Now for the general weather forecast. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the Sultanate, with chances of fog over parts of the southeastern coast. Winds will be southerly to southwesterly light to moderate. Seas along the southeastern coast will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 2 meters, while it will be slight to moderate along the rest of the Sultanate's coast with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The first Oman Real Estate Forum discusses slowness to grant lands to the beneficiaries and increasing prices of real estate in the Sultanate. The Civil Service Council views procedures and aspects of occupying some technical posts. The Ministry of Information announces media initiative to support the youth on the sidelines of Media Creativity Forum. And Al-Noor Association for the Blind honors its members from the governorates of Zahira and North Batna. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studio and the newsroom, it's good night.